And I wanted to, because I was hearing some people talking like, "Oh, my guides don't give a shit about me," and that's what I was hearing. I was hearing like, "My guides don't give a shit about me. They don't care about me. I don't care anymore. What I do and what I don't do." You know what I'm saying? That's what I was hearing. So, those are the things I was hearing. So let's see. Hopefully, we can hear now. So yeah. So I was feeling like, if you're feeling like that, like your guides don't give a fuck about you, like they've given up on you, be patient with me. I'm not gonna rush through this reading because I've got a lot to say, and I'm gonna take my time, and I don't want it to end up lasting too long. Okay. All right. Is there sound now on YouTube? Can Does somebody know? Okay. Anyway. All right. Here we go. This is focusing on all the signs. My spirit guides do not like me to do signs. Like I'm doing this for Virgo, for Leo. The reason why is because oftentimes spirit will come through whenever they feel like it, right? So sometimes they'll come through for a Scorpio during the Leo reading, oftentimes. So you have to understand that when I work with my guides, they're like not really into the whole signs thing because they feel like it's taking away messages from a lot of people because they're not watching the Virgo when Virgo's in their sixth house and they could be dealing with something that's dealing with their sixth house and then they're losing the message. So when I do the collective, you may feel, all right, great guys, it works now. Awesome. Another thing, you jump timelines and you have mastered astral travel. You're like past that stage and you create and break portals. You're so fucking powerful. Like if you're stepping into this reading, I already told my guides, like, tell me something that we need to know here because right now, like a lot of people are in Ellie, close my door, please. A lot of people are very impatient right now. Close my door, please. Get the dog out first. A lot of people are very impatient right now, so feeling like they're not, nothing's happening, like they're not manifesting is what I'm hearing. And it's interesting because here's what's so interesting is I have my cards here that I wrote out, and this card jumped out and it says, give it some time. Things like this will change. The narrative is changing. Your time has the time you have taken to heal all this time has made it better and bigger. And this had to happen. All of this had to happen. Everything you've been experiencing. If you've been experiencing a lot of like loneliness, draining, tiredness, irritation, frustration, lots of crazy dreams, lots of ins and outs of like the I'm hearing the conspiracy theory. I'm seeing like your guys trying to tell you, listen, if you're here, what you need to know this, male or female, don't matter. Whether you're a female or male right now, whether you're into psychic shit or you're not, you need to know that you're definitely a healer, psychic, starseed oracle. You're blessed to some degree. You're shifting timelines, you're astral projecting, you're astral traveling, you're able to do all those things. If you were not, you would not be watching me personally. Just you wouldn't because I'm not, normal. So and I say that with a loving way. So there's another thing, divine essence. And I'm working with the Pleiadian deck here. We got a lot of people claiming they work with the Pleiadians and the Light Body Council, but whatever. Divine essence in Golden Atlantis. This is okay. Something's jumping out at me right now. If you're afraid of water, this is for you. Say you like your guys are trying to move you towards the water and stuff like that, but you're like, no, I'm scared of the water. I don't trust it. That's because you survived. You died on a ship. I'm hearing some of you drowned on the ship, like you were traveling like a pirate. I'm hearing, ahoy, matey. I'm hearing that. And you died on a ship. And so if you're terrified of water, like especially the deep sea, because you've been left there like alone in the deep sea, which can traumatize you for lifetimes, right? But if you're like one of those people who's like you keep feeling and sensing that you need to move to the water, you feel like you want to move to the water, but you're like scared of it. And that's because like you were in the Enoch times, if you know anything about Enoch and Noah's Ark and stuff like that. Enoch and Noah were related, so all those people were related. Cain and Abel, they're all like cousins, brothers, uncles, sisters, and mothers, so you were there like in that particular Atlantis. Like for some reason I'm seeing like the middle of New Jersey here for some reason, like where the water is at. This could be like down the shore south, or I'm just hearing South Shore. um you were a part of that, and so like your fear of the water is legit because of that, right? But your guides are trying to get you out of these phobias, because it is looking to me like some of you are gonna be moved towards the water. And I'm just seeing a massive body of lake water. Like I'm seeing a lake, and you're scared of the lake for some of you because you were at the time. I'm hearing, like I said, I don't read normally, so if this is not resonating, then maybe you're just not ready to hear this exact message, and that's okay. But this is what I'm seeing and what I'm being shown, and I see you being like like almost like in the Jesus era when like they were pulling fish out of the water is what I'm being shown here. And I see like a whole bunch of like, it looks like pirates or like shipmates or something, but you're in a lake, and then there's like this big Loch Ness kind of monster comes out of the thing. But this is like at a time when those things existed and you were around. So you kind of like still till today. Okay, I'm hearing this. I just heard Flo, just say what you be saying when you go to the water. I go near the water and I'm like, I'm not going in there. Do you know what's in there? I've seen monsters under the water like in the past, and they haven't, and spirits like, yeah, that was at a time where they did exist. And yeah, there's some places where they are still there. Yes, they are still swimming around and mermaids and all that shit. But this is like they're in a certain part of the world where you're not at. None of yous are at. It's you have to be really like far in the distance to see or experience something like this. What I'm saying is, if you have a phobia of water, that'll make sense to somebody there. Okay. Somebody right now needed to hear that. Okay. So this is why you need to hear the golden Atlantis and what's going on with this message with the golden Atlantis. So your divine essence, number 31, comes out to the number 4, right? In golden Atlantis, the people lived in their essence. In other words, with joyful innocence of a child. They expressed themselves honestly, as does an infant. Without pretension or camouflage, they were free of ego and personal desire. Purity of thought and intention enabled them to maintain a highly evolved state, with the result that people literally glowed with happiness and their auras shone clear and bright. Innocence. If you drew this card, this suggests that you return back to the basics and examine who you truly are. Allow your divine essence to guide you. Innocence is a highly evolved state, which allows you to be natural, joyful, and at one with your higher self. Your guidance is to be yourself and be true to yourself. This is another thing, though, um, another thing about the innocence thing. Some of you struggle with that because you are innocent. I'm not saying like you're innocent, like you don't do nothing wrong. I'm talking about pure. Like you have one of those hearts that's like so pure, and you're like, have no evil intentions. You really are like, and sometimes people see you as naive. The truth right there. Like you get bit because sometimes people can see you as naive, and they like walk all over you and they think you're stupid, but they just don't understand that your naivety is actually your gift and your superpower. But the reason why you don't, the reason why you don't want to be innocent sometimes is because you know that people take advantage, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that your naivety is one of the reasons why you're working with yourself in this lifetime, because you want to be so good all the time and so pure, and you don't want to do nothing wrong or to like take the scales of the balance off. You kind of like, I'm seeing like a monk here. You kind of want to be innocent and perfect all the time, and your guides want you to know you can't always be perfect and innocent, and you're allowed to make mistakes, and that stop judging yourself for that. Like you see yourself doing things, and I'm hearing you overly judge yourself, and you do it like I'm hearing with sex, with alcohol, with dating, with dancing, whatever it is you're doing, that you have this like innate like concentration on, I'm bad, I shouldn't have done that, and you really like have this shame and guilt that you carry with you. Your spirit guides want you to know that you're here as a human right now. Yes, your divine essence is pure, it's joyful, it's almost perfect. And so now that you're here on earth, you tend to overly judge yourself, and like you tell yourself like, I'm not good enough, I'm not this. My heart chakra is going off right there, you guys. Like I'm getting confirmation from the guides like big time here. Earlier today I had this conversation with my guides where I was kind of like, do you guys even care about me or whatever? And then I was like, I'm doing a reading because I felt like I needed to like connect and channel the messages. And now I sense and feel all this love around us all, right? Love around us all. But right now, because of what's going on with with your ascension right now, what you're experiencing, this shift in the timelines that you are personally experiencing right now, which is why you've been so down and so like out of touch with humanity and sort of like stuck in the dream state. You just like it's been rough because of the amount of ascension that you have been experiencing, and you're not seeing it because you're kind of just like so tapped into the like, why the fuck is shit like this? Why does God like, why does God hate me? I'm hearing whatever it is. But what you don't actually understand is this right here has to happen. This part of your story has to happen. Let's say like you're in your home a lot, you're home a lot. Maybe you're living with people you don't want to live with. Maybe you got circumstances or finances or something that hasn't, all of this had to happen because what it's crazy because you're going to see yourself. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing weeks from now for some of you it's months, others a year, 2 3, however, wherever you're at in your journey, right? You're going to look back at this time, and as annoying, as pissed off it made you this particular time, I'm hearing you're going to be sitting in your car, your home, your kitchen, your whatever you are, and you're just going to look back and you're going to go, oh, that's why that had to happen. For instance, like if any of you have manifested recently something that you've been wanting for a long time, you don't see it like, but there's, you have those moments. Like sometimes I have those moments where I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, oh my God, I have a brand new car, like a clean license. Like I have no problems with cops anymore. Like, that to me is like mind-boggling because there was a 4-year period in my life which almost ran out to 8 years, right? 4 years of like destruction and chaos and absolute intense madness, like absolute. You would not even two different people, me then and me now, two different people. It's like a fucking the devil and the angel, right? And it's like you sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, like you're going to, I'm telling you, this annoying part, I promise you, I know it might not seem like it. I promise you, when you reach this level of this of ascension that you are reaching right now, this is definitely hitting with a lot of you right now. It has to be because I'm feeling so good about this message. I do not talk unless I feel it from my heart, right? So I wait for energy to come through with the loving way and then to like give those messages the right way because we need to hear shit like this. We need to hear about ourselves. Spirit, you want to hear what your spirit guides. I'm hearing you need to hear your spirit guides right now. They're focusing, concentrating on you, what you need to hear about yourself because you don't have enough people telling you this. And this is them speaking to you through me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just the vessel. I'm the portal to the news, to the channeling, and they're giving it to you. And they see like all this stuff we're putting out, and you see it, and you watch this video or that thing's not a coincidence. This is all because, first of all, you're highly psychic. Oh my God, like so psychic. So psychic. Sometimes I like forget how shocking it is. Some of the stuff that I predict, I'm like, oh my God, later. But you don't, when you do it all the time, you kind of like, man, but then you like forget to tell yourself, like, yo, you're really gifted. You're freaking amazing. Like, it's like you're painting all these colors and they look so bad right now, right? You got like green, purple, orange, red, and they just don't match. But then, like, you're done with the painting, and all of a sudden, it's the most beautiful fucking painting I have ever fucking seen. It's and it's just like colors just moved around, but you found a way to take all of these like ugly colors, which is right now could be your life, the canvas where all the colors are blotched and all over the place. You don't understand why this is there, he's there, she's there, what's that, and what's that. But soon, very soon, those colors are going to come together and you're going to look at that painting and you're going to be like, I'm so happy I chose all these ugly colors. Amazing. I'm so happy. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? This is where we're at. So if your painting right now doesn't look too pretty, just keep on working on it because the colors are coming together. That's a beautiful metaphor. I would love to use that all the time, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, see, listen, you guys, okay, we have Aries here, Capricorn, and Virgo. Aries, Capricorn, and Virgo. Interesting. Your stomach. I'm seeing some of you working on your stomach here. I know me personally, I'm fasting through the whole day and then I eat like a little bit at night and that's it. I haven't been eating until about 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's like it's working for me and it's great. And that's all, and I really would like to do the full on fast, but fat asses like us, we get a little hungry, oh, I'm hungry though, but you got to get past that hunger stage. That's what I tell myself, but sometimes it's hard. It's hard, but it is what it is. We'll get to it. We'll get through it. I'm seeing you acting on something, working on your stomach, especially focusing on your solar plexus. It's important, or if you're not, this is important for you, and achieving something. I see like Aries, Virgo, and Capricorn. Think about those three signs. To me, Capricorn, Virgo, people say that Capricorn are the most like if you got a lot of Virgo in your chart, hear me out here real quick. Everybody says Capricorn is like they're the biggest hustlers and this and that, but people sleep on Virgos. We are like able to do, I mean, every sign is right, but Virgos, when we start to focus on something, you cannot break us from that concentration. A Virgo will say, I'm not doing that, and they won't do it. But when they say they are, they do that shit. An Aries, right? Aries just acts, and goes and goes and goes and goes, right? And then you got Capricorn. Look at these three together. That's a powerful. It's funny because look at these two. Both of them have the horns, right? The bull by the horns, the rams, right? And then you got this sweet, sweet Virgo, right? I always compare the put a Virgo in with, is it Demeter? Yeah, right. The one who grows crops. Demeter, right? Or Persephone. No, it's Demeter. Demeter, right? Yes. She, growing the crops, fruit, like you're growing your crops right now. Whoever you are, you're growing your crops. You're getting something. You're really growing your crops right now. Okay, look at that. Chiron. Okay. Look, I always say to myself, I'm Chiron, the wounded healer, because if everybody knows the story of Chiron, he got shot in the leg with an arrow by Aries. Actually, funny because Aries is here. He got shot in the leg by Aries, right? And he shouted out to the universe, I'm in pain, help me. Chiron did this. Chiron's a planet, right? It's essentially a planet. And he screamed out, and then the gods came together, some of the gods, and helped Chiron heal. And so he thought the best thing he could do by repaying everyone is by start beginning to help everybody because he was hurt. So now I knew how to heal myself and I got help healing it. Now I'm going to go on. That's why he became Chiron, the wounded healer. Because as wounded as he was, as angry as he was at Aries, Aries did ask for apologies and stuff like that. And they ended up making up, but as wounded as he was, the snake, look at the snake. That's the snake. You see the snake on the ambulance, you see it on everything that has to do with healing. Okay. So yeah, the snake is a very powerful the serpent, the wise serpent, the healer, right? So you see, the staff with the snake on it. It's always about healing. So I see you being a healer. A lot of you, look, the truth right there. You are a healer. You are a healer. Collaborate. I see you working with people too. If you're an Aquarius right now, I see the number 11, number 10, 6, 1, and 28, and number 41. So those numbers can have some meaning to you. If you are a Aquarius too as well, it's not just that though. You're working with someone. It's like you got two people pouring. I see you working with someone here. You're going to be working with, if you're not already, you're working with someone right now. You're allowing people to come in and be like, hey, I'll help you with this. It's like, okay, thanks. You're allowing it as opposed to before. It's like, no, it's all right. I got it on my own. Like I remember I used to be like that, not because I think I'm the shit, but because I didn't trust nobody. But I started to open up my heart to trust people. So that's a message, right? It's a message. Start to trust a little bit more. If someone comes at you and goes, yo, bro, I got this job. You want to try this shit out? And you're like, no, I don't want to. Okay, then spirit's gonna stop sending you those opportunities. So you have to stay open to those I'm hearing responsibilities as well. Mhm. Some of you guys are healing some kind of thing with your father. This is like comes up a lot in these readings. Yes, many people have to heal stuff with their mother too, but this is for specifically for some of you. It is time to forgive your father. And I'm asking for forgiveness. Please forgive me. I'm hearing, please forgive me. I don't want to make you cry. Please forgive me. I don't know, man. I'm hearing that. Okay, so please forgive them, man, already. Come on, man. We got to forgive people, bro. Everybody makes mistakes. You understand what I'm saying to you? Everybody does. Gotta take a Tylenol. My head is killing me. I've been having like a headache on my right side. Oof. Hmm. It's time to forgive your daddy. Please, please forgive him. You don't gotta be best friends with them, right? You really don't. You don't gotta be best friends with your dad or your mom, or sister, your brothers, but at least forgive them. But why are we holding on to resentment? How long? What are we gonna do with that resentment? And there's also something about materialization. So some specially trained priests and magi, which you are a high priest, high priestess, you know you are, um, were able to manifest items from spiritual realms. Listen to this shit. First, they achieved total clarity about what they wanted. They then focused on the most intricate details of the vision and were able to hold it in their mind. Because everything is made up of energy, they could draw the pure energy of the higher dimensions into a denser vibration here and fashion it into the physical object. Basically, and smart, they gotta always use these. They can't just say the motherfucker goes with his mind to the higher dimensions, envisions it, grabs things that are already in the like they're already existing in the higher dimensions, and then he grabs it and brings it back down to the earth. What? 5 minutes? Why? What happened? And then brings it back down to the earth. Like he manifests it here. He goes to higher dimensions and all that. You are able to do that. Basically, if you're seeing this car, you're hearing this, just know that you are able to do that. You need to understand that because I know I've done it. I was like, couple of times, when I just remember moments like being like, I'm gonna go pull up there and there's gonna be a parking space right in front of the club. Like this is a long time ago when I didn't wasn't even into my spiritual shit. Just think about all the times you made things happen by just thinking about them because you are a magi, a high priest, high priestess, okay? Someone who others go to and look to for answers. Man, this is one good reading, bro. I'm happy to give it, man, because I wish I watch a motherfucker, and they say like I have to watch myself because the things I want to know about like this, nobody really talks about. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Like we want to hear how powerful we are. It's not the ego. I want to say this because I don't want you guys to misunderstand. When I'm saying how powerful you are, it's not about the ego. It's not like fill my ego up, Flo. Listen, there's some people you want your ego filled. I'm not here for that anyway. But if that's how you see it, then that's how you see it. But it's because we need to hear it, like from someone else. Like let's say you sit at home and you go like this. You're like sitting at home, like I know I'm a bad bitch. When I say bad bitch, I don't mean I twerk and I listen to that red girl, whatever the fuck her name is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bad bitch. Like you are powerful. You're able to like jump timelines and go to different dimensions and like, dream walk and do crazy shit. Like, nah, that's a bad bitch. Mm, mm. And you know what? You know you are. Sometimes you just need somebody to like say it to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So manifest your vision. If you chose this card, your guidance is to become totally clear about what you want in your life. Be sure that you really want it. When you have this clarity, focus on the vision without doubt or deviation, and it must manifest. Focus on your vision and make it happen. When you want something, can I say something to you? Please listen to this part because I needed to hear this so many times back then. But I was like, we've been taught all this like manifesting's evil and law of attraction's evil. It's evil for people who use it for evil. Yes, anything that if you use money to sell drugs to a child, buy drugs and sell it, give it to a child, that's you're using the money for evil. But if you take the money and help your mom with her bills, that's not evil, is it? Okay, so mm, one thing you need to hear, because I needed to hear this so many times in my life, you can actually manifest anything you want. Anything. Anything you guys want, it's yours. So yeah, you can manifest bad things into your life if you want it. If you're like, I wish I blah blah blah. I wish I know I'm sick. I'm sick. That's me. I'm just a sick person. You keep saying that the universe is like granting your wishes slowly but surely. So you want to say things and then the things you want right now tonight. This was what I was gonna make a video. I might still do it. And I saw these people like in this show. I'm watching the show called This Is Us, and I got really into it. Now I'm like a fucking 2 seasons deep, and they were saying the vows to each other. The married couple were saying the vows to each other, and I'm like, you know what? How come we don't write vows to ourselves? Like I promise to love you no matter through sick and thick and thin. Why don't I? And I said, I'm going to give everybody homework tonight. Everyone here has to write themselves vows. Like, act like you were someone else talking to you. What would you want to hear from that person? Write those vows down and then keep those vows to yourself. I vow to date people who love me no matter what I choose or don't choose and support me. Obviously, if it's not toxic, right? I vow to always put myself first before everyone else so that I don't drain myself and become tired. Whatever it is you need to vow yourself. I vow to travel and enjoy and live, laugh, learn, or whatever the fuck it is. I vow to do those things. And when you say you vow them, when you write this vow to yourself tonight, keep that vow to yourself. Keep that promise to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Some of you are going to be exchanging vows with someone else. That's another thing. Like, I'm seeing you manifest the love of your life here. You may not be thinking about that right now, but you okay. Who was daydreaming today? I'm seeing today. I see a person daydreaming about a relationship, like being with someone. Like, I know earlier when I watched that show, I kind of daydreamed a little bit. Like, I wonder if I can have a man who loves me the way the guy loves her on the show This Is Us. It's dopest husband ever. Fucking hustled to fucking make sure they were good. You know, she took care of the kid. Like, they have sex, they laugh, they joke around, they play with the kids. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And he came up for a shit. He came from a shitty family. So that just proves to you in life for real. You can come from wherever you want. It's up to you what you're gonna do with yourself. Okay. Mhm. Clear the energy. Let's clear it. Clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it. Okay. Well, just as I was about to say this. Look at this. Just take a look at those real quick. Just give them a look. See. Just as I was about to say this, you look at these cards, they're all like conflict and drama. Some people, somebody's not gonna, ooh, this a message for somebody over her. Somebody's not gonna want you to be in love with somebody. They're gonna try to convince you to be out of that love. This person, whoever's coming towards you, oh my God, they are faithful, loyal, beautiful, amazing, strong. I'm hearing these words. You're worried about money too. Stop worrying. You're gonna get all of it back. I'm hearing you make it back. Some of you guys, this is a new beginning with finances, and I feel like you're worried about your finances. I see something like this is like the energy of somebody who has like, oh great, I saved that $4,000, and then like, oh man, I gotta pay all these credit cards off, or like for instance, me, I save money out. Fuck, I gotta go pay for my teeth. Like teeth they're fucking ridiculous, redonkulous. I could put a down payment for a house for your whole teeth. All right, so yeah, I understand that, but like I'm hearing your guide say, don't worry, you're gonna get everything back. I promise. You're worried. Stop it. Stop it. Get back in your power, baby. Get back in your power, man. Another thing your guides want you to know is that you may not see it right now, but like towards the end of the month, we're still, mind you guys, minder. We are still coming out of Mercury and retrograde. We're still coming out of Mercury and retrograde. You understand me? So this is like at the beginning of Mercury in retro before it even comes into play, and the aftermath of it, 10 days before, 10 days after, for me, have always been the most annoying part of Mercury in retro because it's like now we know, like, okay, we went through the tough thing. Now we know it's like whatever these little things you're going through next. I'm hearing you decoded, like the map was drawn out and you decoded that shit. Whatever that means for you, you decoded it. I see you writing in a different who over here does that? Somebody over here, like me, who that I know that I do it, but I'm asking somebody else here. You write like words and they look like they're from like another planet. Somebody here does that. It's because you actually are actually able to get words from different planets and well, like there you have. I'm seeing writing going down. You know, there's always writing left to right, right to left. I'm seeing you write downwards, like you're able to write downwards. Okay. Oh wow, some of you are gonna fall in love. Yeah, you're gonna fall in love with a Leo for some of you, with a Leo. Okay, baby, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hold on, Looney, hold on. Looney, I call her Looney. There's a big change coming up. The end of the month, January is coming up. immersing yourself with change. You don't even see it. You can't feel it. You think it's not gonna happen. The end of the month. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. The end of the month, you guys, it's gonna be so different. This discomfort that you're experiencing right now, it's because you're structuring, like it's like building the house and the architect, right? You're expanding, man. This is your perception also. It's how you see things, how you do them. And we got Mercury right here, and it says messages. Pay attention to the messages and the signs you're getting right now. Okay, guys. One more thing. Just want to say, I'm coming, baby. Justice. Justice is being served for you. Some of you are winning that court case. Yep. Whoever's been playing with you, you won, baby. You won. And some of you are starting a new job, a new career, a new business, new career. I'm hearing starting a business. I'm hearing entrepreneurship. That's you. It's all you. I'm telling you, some healing with your father here is for some of you. You really needed to hear that, okay? And I'm gonna say this, okay. Say this too. Towards the end of the month, just give it a little time. Things are shifting. I can promise you that. When spirit tells me that, I always listen because I know, like right now, I'm like, oh, I'm so annoyed. Some of you are gonna be getting more creative, artistic. If you have artists, you're into artistic endeavors, use them. Use them. Are you an artist? Do you sing? Do you rap? Do you do it? Even if you listen, if I go make music tomorrow, I'm not doing it for nobody. It's like if I put it out, people are like, that shit is whack. I'm like, I didn't put it out for you. I did it for me. You hear me, right? So like I'm not gonna put a song out and be like, this is for you. I'm doing it for me. So if I put some corny shit out. I didn't do that song for you. I'm not trying to be Beyonce. I'm just trying to like be creative so that I could fucking use my talents and not waste them because I'm hearing for you need to hear this right now. You're wasting some of your talents, and I know because I do it too. You're a writer, you're a screenplay actor, producer. You are incredible at something here. A lot of things. Actually, shut up. You can like do. I'm hearing improv. Some of you are comedians. Like I'm hearing like a lot of talent in this space, right? And so we like you gotta use that talent. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave you off with this. I promise you. I promise you guys. Mark my fucking words. End of January, February, and especially it's winter time at that time. You're thinking like it's gonna be like cold and snowing outside, but what you don't understand is that like that's the time when things are gonna like culminate for you. Like you're gonna, like by. Ooh, I'm getting hit in the head right there when I just said that. Ooh, I got a sharp pain in my left side. It's crazy. I'm hearing J. I'm hearing J, but it was like January and May. I'm hearing J though, but it's January and May, and the words are like being put together. Ooh, Lord, June, July, Lord, the confirmation, confirmation, Apu. Confirmation. When you do that, like Albanians believe, like when you itch your nose, you gotta push it to the back and go. Don't really spit, but it's like a and it's like clearing whatever if there's some frustration there or anger or stuff like that. Okay, I see a moth. I'm a moth right now coming towards me in my room. I'm gonna slap it. And I did. I slapped the shit out of that moth because it was about to go in my water. Don't you go on my water, moth. I don't think so. All right, guys. I love you. Please pay attention to the energy, pay attention to the messages, relax. This is shifting, it's changing. When you see a positive message, you see something, you're like, how many positive? Somebody commented on my TikTok. He goes, I'm hoping all these messages are gonna come true because you keep sending positive messages. I don't see nothing happening. I'm like, well, that's why, because you have to see it happening before it happens. So when you hear a message in your guide show you, not just my video, any video, and you hear like good things are coming to you, oh, you have to envision like, my God, yes, I know it. By next month, by next year, before this year's up, something good's gonna happen to me. And you gotta think that way, and you gotta think that way, and you gotta believe it, you gotta see it. Like this said, materialization, you gotta take the energy from the spirit realms, grab that shit and bring it over here and say, that's mine, bitch. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Good things are coming. They're on their way. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. I love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Okay. We'll turn up. We'll turn up. We'll turn up tomorrow. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. I just wanted to give you this message so you have the direct message for what's going on. Love and light. I got